Alright guys, beautiful day in sunny South Carolina. Got our dogs out here, our newest member Aslan. I had to cut the last video. I don't know if I'm going to even post it. But look at that cuteness. So if you're starting to wonder if you can be self-sufficient at such a late stage of the development of things in our world, you can. You just have to be willing to put the initial work into it, and that may take the first 5 years, 7 years. But it will, according to what I've witnessed through other people who have done it successfully, including Paul Gauchi, including Permapasture Farms, including Doug and Stacy, and Permaculture Legacy, a Canadian Permaculture Legacy channel, and many, many more. We're not near as far along as they are, but it inspires us. It doesn't, you've got to get out of the mindset of, well, they've been in it a long time and I don't know if I can do it. They've already got a head start. Things have gotten so bad. It's never too late to start. Every one of these channels will tell you it's never too late to start. And if you are on medications, heavy medications, and you're on like 30, 40 pills a day, and I may be exaggerating for some of you, but some of you it might be even true. Aslan, come on. Aslan. But you got to find a way to research. You can't be reliant. There's a mindset, especially with the baby boomers, starting with the baby boomers, not so much their kids, but who are my age. And maybe it did rub off on some of you, but you cannot be of a mindset that you're codependent on the government, that you're codependent on Big Pharma, that you're codependent on anyone. Like another channel led farmer in South Carolina, he mentioned the other day something very, very interesting. He said, live as if no one's going to help you. Now that changes your mindset, doesn't it? You think about that. Some people may not be able to fathom it right now, but you need to. And what am I doing while I'm talking to you? I'm picking these. These are so plentiful. You can see them everywhere. They're everywhere here because the land is disturbed. And there's a seed bank that the earth has for situations where the land's disturbed. And it provides so much food. But anyway, you can see these on my other videos of how to prepare them. This pokeweed. There's a way to prepare them. They are toxic. You cannot eat them raw, so don't even try. If you do, you're going to end up like some other people who think that they could just live out on their own and forage and never really understand that identification and preparation for some of these things are necessary. Kibi, where are you at? Okay, good boy, good boy. I see you. I see you, Kibi. But anyway, you gotta, if you can wrap your mind around the notion of no one's coming to help you, what are you motivated to do? We have been pre-programmed as a society and through culture that we have everything at our convenience. There's not a worry in the world. All we have to do is labor for a big corporation, labor for someone else to eat, to have Christmas presents, to have birthday presents. Guess what, folks? We don't need those things. We don't need them. We need each other. We need to be a community that helps one another. And if you can't be a community-minded person and you're thinking about self all the time, you've got all these worries about what you cannot do, you're not benefiting yourself and you're sure not benefiting anyone else. Don't be a victim. Don't get rid of the victim-minded thing, because that's what the system has done. It has created a bunch of folks with a victim mentality and has made everyone think that they are first and they are the most important thing in the world and everybody should care about them. And look where it has led us, into a society that has fallen into just accepting horrible health, horrible mental health, reliance on artificial foods, artificial chemicals to grow foods, the acceptance of plastics And nanotechnology is dispersing chemicals through the air to alter weather. It's no longer like a tin-foil cap theory. You know, it's very much in the open. It's being addressed in Massachusetts as I speak. It's been brought to people's awareness of what is going on. And there are patents that, if you don't believe me, go watch. There's a new video with Doug and Stacy, a current one, concerning that. Now, when they're spraying aluminum into the air and they're trying to block out the sun, but yet they're pushing solar energy, you've got to ask yourself why. You got to quit turning a blind eye. The way they've programmed people is turn a blind eye, ridicule those who notice things. And, you know, as far as revolution, I don't know about that. I just know that we need to be a community. A revolution involves, from what I understand of history, like some kind of, I don't want to say fair. What's the word I want to say? There has to be some kind of level ground in order for that to even work. First of all, we don't have a voice any longer, right? They're forcing, let me backtrack a little bit, okay? My grandmother was a Christian woman. My dad was not. I grew up not being a Christian, but I always heard scripture from my grandmother. Always. And she said, well, Jesus is not coming back until the very last person hears about Christ. I said, well, Grandma, that doesn't make sense. People are going to always have babies. There's always going to be someone that doesn't know about Christ. And the other day I thought to myself, as much hate is going around for natural born women, to a point where there's a website where these people who are transgender women or transgender men, well, I get confused. I don't even want to keep up with it because I don't want to hear things of, I don't want to not hear them. I don't want to accept false reality. I'm a very truth-based person. But if everyone of this generation, the younger generation that we have today, hey Aslan, come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Come on. Accepts the fact that they're confused about their gender, that they are not who they were born to be. And at this rate, it looks like to me that procreation is impossible. Get over here. No. Come on. Procreation seems to be impossible for the future other than lab creation. And when you have that, you don't have human beings anymore. You have created human beings, not created in a natural manner, but created by men and women. I'm not going to have someone misunderstand my comment, so I'm just going to clarify that. Well, now I understand the scripture. Angel, get over here. Come on. Do you want to go home? Is that what you want to do? You want to go home? And so when you think about the story of Noah, right? And you realize that he was the only pure human being because of genetic modification and mingling of DNA with like the Genesis 6, where the sons of God came to the daughters of men and laid with them and had basically things like Goliath, right? There were chimeras that talks about it in the Bible. It's not the first time genetic modification has happened in history. A lot of things are lost as far as physical evidence, and a lot of things have been uncovered recently just to set up what's coming next. I mean, we're being shown. It's not, these people know this too, the people that are in charge. Get over here. You're teaching Aslan wrong. I have to stay on them. It's just like having kids. It's no different. It's fine. I love it. I don't like keeping them locked up in the kennel, but they've been listening very, very well. So you think about these things, right? You often have people talk about whether or not AI will have a soul. You know, a lot of people have become endeared to AI. Folks, I hate to tell you this, but only people have souls. Animals have spirits. It tells you in the scripture that once they pass, an animal passes, their spirit returns to where it came from. And who created these spirits? We know our Father did, right? So we have the peace knowing that their spirits return to where they came from. Now we have souls. We were created in the image of God. Think about that. We were given breath of life by God, personally created in His image. That means our souls too, right? Our bodies are just basically another stage of growth, similar to the only thing I can tell you is similar to a caterpillar, and that turns into a moth or a butterfly. That's just one example. It's not impossible. I got lots of poke salad, pokeweed. So you guys think about these things. Think about becoming more community minded. Don't think about hoarding and protecting your stuff. Think about sharing your goods with people in need. Love one another as Christ loved you, loved us. And whether you believe in Him or not, I can tell you and assure you that He loves you. So, and He wants us to love others as we love ourselves. He doesn't want us to have a hoard of food and not share it. When you plant for other people. Yeah, you better be careful. You better be careful. That's deep. Plant for others and teach others how to do for themselves. Now, you are going to have people that want everybody else to work for them because... No! Get over here. She wants that water, I think. Come here, Aslan. Come here, Aslan. Come here, Aslan. Hey, dear Keepy. Hey, dear Keepy. Well, I'm going to get these guys some water. You guys think about what I said, okay?